in Foxborough. Bill Belichick asked during the week about his future as the Patriot head coach, and he said this on the Greg Hill Show, WEEI. If I was going to do anything, I put it out there on Twitter and my face. And that's,
yeah, my face, and it was snap face a few years back.
That's Bill Belichick, and Jake Glazer reporting that he expects them to part ways. We did have a warm conversation with Bill Belichick on Friday. We'll share that with you throughout or later in the broadcast. After a 49-yard punt at a 15-yard return, quick dump off to Ezekiel Elliott and brought down right away. C.J. Mosley leading the team in tackles since 2021, third in the NFL in solo tackles, just continues to get it done. And the Jets, they actually, with this defense against this offensive line going up against David Andrews at the center spot, who's had to play with 2 rookie guards most of the year, but Jake Andrews getting a start today.
Yeah, and Jake Andrews, a rookie as well. And we talked earlier about the problems the Jets had defending David Njoku, the tight end from the Browns. Watch for Mike Gesicki, number 88.
Quick pass, and that's Demario Douglas, who's brought down right away, the outstanding rookie, and Jamian Sherwood making the stop. Jets defense, couple of Pro Bowlers. Quinnen Williams, second time selected, and Sauce Gardner, his second selection. It was Sauce Gardner who told us, look, it's whatever's gone on during the year, it's 2024. Our approach in this game, we want to go 1-0 to start 2024 to start the year. And they're not sitting any of the starters in this game.
No, they certainly aren't. And Sauce, as a kid, his name was Sauce Sweetfeet. We'll see how those feet look navigating in the snow today.
3rd and 10. Zappi will go down. Brought down at the 27-yard line. The Jets with their 42nd sack, and we mentioned Quinnen Williams a moment ago, and now he going to the Pro Bowl with 4.5 sacks this season.
Yeah, and that was working against the center, David Andrews, and you just see that power from Quinnen Williams, that drive, and then the late hands, violent to get home.
Bryce Behringer has been outstanding. Kicked a 50-yarder now in 17 straight games. His earlier kick was 60+. This one bounces up around the 35-yard line. We will check the spots. Jets trying to end a 15-game losing streak to the New England. Rodgers tries to return, and Zach Wilson with a concussion put on injured reserve prior to this game as Breece Hall carries after the 37-yard punt, starting at the 36-yard line. Again, snow overnight, continuing throughout the day. It's supposed to end around 5 or 6 o'clock local time, lighten up later in the afternoon. Heard Jen's report from down on the field. Artificial turf, heating pipes underneath, and the fans that showed up early having a good time enjoying the snow. 2nd down 9.
You're done. Single white. Hey. Oscar. Hey, single 23. Moving PA. Look out.
Hall trying to turn the corner. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, that New England defense 2 times in a row there. You see him doing a nice job really stringing those things out. But what you noticed before that play is Trevor Siemian in the huddle, kind of using that cadence, and that's one of the things that he really credited Aaron Rodgers for, is manipulating that cadence. And even talked about some of the things that Aaron Rodgers does with the silent cadence, just very different from anything that he had been around before, just trying to get some tells from that defense. And early on in this game, just trying to figure out that footing. Always tough, though, here on 3rd and long with pass protection.
Need to get to the 46-yard line for a first down. Haven't had a first down in this game. And the throw juggled at the 35. And then Gibson could not hang on.
Boy, and Trevor Siemian said today it was about smart, aggressive decisions, and he could not have placed this ball any better. Gibson has just got to be able to come up with that ball. See, not a very tall guy, not able to elevate, get up over Bryant. but that ball just perfect from Trevor Siemian.
Jabril Peppers missing the last couple of games because of a hamstring, making sure Gibson didn't hang on. Morstead gets it away. Miles Bryant lets it roll, and it sticks. What a kick! Got the right roll in the snow. Morstead keeps it inside the 5-yard line. Robert Saleh smiling now after that 59-yard punt. But when we talked to him about this season, between injuries and the disappointing record, he called it hell. He said it's been a nightmare, but hoping to finish strong. Kevin Harris has checked in and goes nowhere. The Patriots, by the way, mentioned 2 Pro Bowlers on the Jets defense. New England had nobody selected to the Pro Bowl. First time since 2000 that has happened.
Belichick's first season, of course, but you have to be careful here coming out of your own end zone. With that footing, though, they're still trying to figure that out.
Harris has it, nowhere to go, but somehow gets across the 5-yard line. The second-year running back from South Carolina.
You know, when talking about that footing, you know, people always say, well, the offense has an advantage because they know where they're going in conditions like this. You know, you get into these 3rd and long situations, and that's really reversed when you talk about the offensive line versus the defensive line. Biggest athletic disparity, offensive line versus defensive line, that's really magnified when conditions get bad. So when you have those drop back situations, it makes it dangerous.
From his own end zone, Zappi incomplete. Mosley had a chance at maybe picking that off, but players are slipping and sliding all over the place. Those are 2 dangerous throws by Zappi that could have been picked and possibly run back for scores.
Yeah, we talked about the danger, especially when you're throwing out of your own end zone. And this is something that Zappi knows from a week ago. Threw 3 interceptions in that game. Confirming post-snap coverage, very important. Did a nice job sliding on that one, but not able to make the throw.
Bryce Baringer, the rookie from Michigan State, drafted in the 6th round. And having trouble as that bounces to the 42. Xavier Gibson takes it inside the 40. They'll have excellent field position to start this drive in a game that has seen very little offense. Well, it's not too late to play today's Fox Super 6 free-to-play game. Download the Fox Sports app right now. Enter for that free chance to win your share of $10,000 in weekly cash prizes. Robert Smith, Jet Hale, Chris Myers, Bill Belichick, who, when he talked to us Friday, had his Friday news conference battling a cold, sore throat, sneezing, but toughed it out to give us some time and chat about this game. We knew it was all about the Jets, but a warm conversation once we got rolling, and look forward to sharing that with you. And what appears to be, at least the way Jay Glazer reported his last game as Patriot head coach. Reese Hall is thrown down right away. Let's check in with Jim.
Chris, you mentioned Bill Belichick not feeling well. Well, 'tis the season for snow and sickness. This Patriots locker room has been battling it for almost 2 weeks. Belichick also did his Friday media availability with the general press corps remotely because he didn't want to get anybody.
Thank you very much, Jen. 37-yard punt, by the way, and that has set up the best scoring opportunity after a 1-yard gain. Trying to get Reese Hall loose, and there's a good move as he gets down there at the 30. Bring up 3rd down and short. He came in 5th among running backs in the league at almost 1,400 scrimmage yards. Remember, the first running back drafted in the 2022 draft, and that was 36th overall. 3rd and 1, spotted at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and you talked about Breece Hall being torn that ACL a year ago in Week 7, and really takes a full year to kind of get all of that speed back. But boy, he has looked tremendous. See if he's going to get that pull here on 3rd and short.
High snap, but handled, and Hall gets the first down. That's the first down of this game.
Yeah, and Trevor Siemian did a really nice job pulling in that snap. And again, we talked about this in the open. Just can't take anything for granted in conditions like this. And that snap, it's going to go a little bit high, but Trevor Siemian controls it well and able to get that handoff in there to Breece Hall effectively to get that first down.
Hey, go, hey! We're good.
It's Hall again protecting the football, making an extra effort to do that. I mentioned his number. It's been a real bright spot here. 317 yards from scrimmage the last 2 games. That's most in the NFL in that span. And I mentioned the total scrimmage yards, now over 1,400 for the season. That's the most by a Jet running back since Thomas Jones in 2009. And his 74 catches this season, most by a Jets running back since Richie Anderson back in 2000.
Yeah, and leads all running backs in the NFL with receiving yards as well.
Israel Abanikanda has come in, and he gets the carry. The rookie from Pitt, 5th rounder, giving Hall a rest. Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, said whatever the conditions, the goal here is get the ball to Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and tight end Tyler Conklin is having a career year. So far, Hall's been the one. They tried to throw it to Wilson, but the conditions made it difficult on a catch. And now facing a 3rd and 5. Simeon told us he hadn't played in snow very much.
Boy, signaled up.
Play clock down to 1 here. They're going to have to use a timeout.
Timeout. New England. The first of the half.
We have a timeout officially.
I'm a parking gate and I'm all out of whack. It's going to take a lot more than a little ticket to get out of here. And if you have cut rate car insurance, this could leave you all bent out of shape. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Someone!
That's broken too, pal.
It was the Patriots who used the timeout. Saw something defensively. First timeout used in this game by either team. On 5 from the 21-yard line of New England. Hall is back in. He gets the football, and he's got room for a first down. And inside the 10-yard line, Peppers ran him out. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Jets.
Yeah, and Josh Uche, he's going to come off of that edge, and he's going to step inside of Becton so he doesn't get contained on that play. And Hall just able to turn it on, get that first down.
Picked up 11 yards, and Hall 7 carries in the game, averaging just under 4.5 per carry. Spotted right at the 10. Hall again, this time falling forward, maybe gaining a half a yard if that.
And remember, Robert Saleh, he's talked about the way that this team has really developed in their run game this year, really getting to the finer details of the difference between running a duo scheme where you have multiple double teams along that front, combining it with the outside zone. And we've seen that outside zone hit in a number of different areas today so far.
Yeah, interesting, Robert. No passes on this drive, and this Jet team, they throw it 65% of the time. That's 2nd most in the league. Only Washington has thrown it more across this season.
And again, Xavier Gibson, isolated man-to-man coverage at the top. See Jabril Peppers baiting a little bit from that safety spot.
We have another timeout, and the Jets will use this timeout, so 2 each. Okay, as they discuss things, let's remind you about the 2024 NASCAR season. Dropping the green flag next month with the Clash at the Coliseum, unique racing, and then on February 18th, the most iconic day in all of motorsports. It's the Great American Race, and it's back, the Daytona 500 on Fox, coming February. NASCAR. on Fox.
Yeah, you know, and as you mentioned, both of these teams have used a timeout, but I think very critical in a situation like this with bad weather. You get an opportunity in the red zone, you don't want to waste it. Make sure that you're in exactly what you want to be.
Simeon throws, catch made, and that is Tyler Conklin, his first catch of this game. It is 60th of the season. 3rd and goal. Just inside the 5-yard line. Best scoring chance for either team in this snowy, as you can tell, opening quarter. And it's been that way all day and really after midnight here in the Foxborough area.
We watch Brees Hall coming out of the backfield.
Blitz is on. Simeon has to dump it. And incomplete. Conklin the target. Peppers back there. Was nowhere to go.
And Brees Hall, it's a nice block on Juwan Bentley. Just allows the time for Trevor Simeon to get that throw off. But you can see Tyler Conklin right there. He's looking to the inside like Trevor Simeon got that ball there a little bit earlier than Conklin thought it was coming to him.
Thomas Hennessy to snap. 21-yard attempt by Zerline. Morstead the holder. Thought it hurt a whisk. The kick is good. From 21 yards away, the Jets take advantage of a shaky punt, move inside the 10, and settle for 3. That scoring drive, and it's big news with these two offenses when there's just points. It was a 10-play, 35-yard drive, and Hall did most of the work. 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes taken up, and Zerline nails the field goal.
And remember, that was that short punt from the Patriots that really set that thing up. Gave the Jets great field position. That's going to be something important all day long with these kicks.
Usually a strength of this team, special teams. Jalen Reagor will let it go. He started the game last week with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Hey, it's 3-0 field goal. How about this snow and the Patriots, Foxborough? Let's go back 1982. New England in field goal range. 4:45 left. Ron Meyer orders a snowplow operator to clear a spot on the field for kicker John Smith against Don Shula's Dolphins, and he hit it for a 3-0 Patriot victory.
Yeah, we'll see if that's what we have as a final today. Hopefully not. We get lots more scoring today. I saw they had the snow blowers out earlier clearing off the yard lines.
Quick pass to the 30. Devontae Parker hauls that in. The expectation of Bill Belichick running the ball down the throw to the Jets, or trying to. It's been more about the throw, or at least the attempted pass. 3 of 6 so far for Zappi. That one a healthier pickup. 2nd down 4.
Yeah, that's certainly what you're hoping for. You want to be able to get some of those throws off. The offense definitely does have an advantage. They do know where they're going. You can get some of those short throws.
Elliott, bottom of your screen. Zappi goes deep and incomplete. Parker the target, surrounded by a couple of Jets, and no flags.
Yeah, Tony Adams and Quincy Williams on the coverage, and this is going to be a bit of a short throw from Bailey Zappi. Devontae Parker is going to start trying to work back to the ball, but you see right here, Zappi took a bit of a hit on that one as he released the ball.
Michael Carter delivered that hit on a 3rd down 4. Hunter Henry is inactive. Dancing around is Demario Douglas. Zappi is brought down before he could find anybody. It's another sack for the Jets, and for Bryce Huff, that's his 9th sack of the year. He leads the team in that department.
Yeah, and Bryce Huff, you're going to see him working off the edge here against Vidarian Lowe, and just that speed off of the edge, and Lowe just doesn't get any kind of set on that one. He got to set back initially, especially against a guy like Huff. He's got 9 sacks now on the season.
Behringer booms it away to Xavier Gibson. Fair catch called for inside the 15 of the Jets. Mentioned that Bill Belichick, the speculation, and Jay Glazer reporting that he expects them to part ways. They're going to have a meeting with ownership this week. Most wins as a head coach in NFL history. This is something that maybe Bill Belichick hasn't talked about, but many people have, that he wants to reach Don Shula on the all-time list. It is worth pointing out, of course, that 9 Super Bowl appearances for Belichick, 6 wins as a head coach, as the Patriots head coach, 18 times leading them to the playoffs as ownership looking on through the snow. Go back to Breece Hall. Now on a big hole.